Hello, everyone. Happy August. I hope you're all having a great summer and enjoying the beautiful weather and your vacations. So, back to school season is among us. It's right around the corner, and it can be a little scary to start school sometimes, but luckily, we have some awesome women in jazz who are all in college that are going to provide some expert tips and tricks to help us all get through the beginning of school. So, this week we have the amazing Bella Amada, who is a junior at the University of the Arts in Philadelphia. She is a jazz performance major with a minor in music education. So welcome, Bella. We're super excited to have you. So tell us a little bit more about yourself. What have you been up to lately? Where have you been playing? And yeah, just tell us about Bella.
Thank you so much for the awesome introduction, Olivia. Hi, guys. I'm Bella. I am a rising junior at the University of the Arts. I play double bass. Lately, I've been working a lot with electric bass. That's been my jam lately. I've been wanting to get more into fusion stuff because a few spots have opened in our little transfusion ensemble, so I'd like to get my way in there. But mostly, I've been doing a lot of teaching. I work at School of Rock Philadelphia. I teach bass, guitar, vocals, you name it. So I've been working with the little ones a lot lately, so that's been super, super fulfilling. And other than that, I've just been, working hard, practicing, learning tunes, all that good stuff, just as any college student would.
Yeah, it's so awesome. And I've actually gotten to be lucky enough to come see Bella and her band, which can you tell us a little bit about Gloss?
Yeah, so I've been doing lots of stuff with these lovely ladies. Gloss is an all girl band from Philly. Genre kind of confusing. I think the closest thing anyone's ever called us was pop fusion. But, even a little sketch on that. But we've been playing a lot around Philly. We actually just finished a mini tour in like the Vermont, Massachusetts area. So that's been super cool. But yeah, a lot of creating and playing with those girls. The goal is ultimately to put out some more music at the end of the year, so we're just going to finish up these last couple shows and then write more together with a couple collabs with some pretty awesome jazz musicians.
That is super exciting. And is this band, it's all you art students, the University of the Arts?
Yeah, we all met at UArts. They were the original three members. I just came in last year. They were all around the same age at UArts, and they met at their femme ensemble. So they were all just like girls playing jazz, and then they thought, let's put this creative energy into something that we really care about and can do together. So they formed this awesome band, and it's been doing really well. And then I came into it, and it's just been a joy to be a part of such a supportive community.
Absolutely. And yeah, and just from the audience perspective, because I've gotten to see you guys play before, it's so energetic and fun and bubbly. So everyone should definitely go check out Gloss and Bella's music too. What's the Gloss? It's the Gloss. What's their
Dot
Instagram?
band.
Gloss.band on Instagram. So
And if you
definitely check.
follow us, you get a free sticker. That's
I
our
have I
typical
have a sticker, so come join the sticker club.
show.
They're pretty awesome stickers too. The art is really cool. But
Thanks.
yeah, so speaking of, meeting and networking people in school, let's kind of migrate towards this idea of heading back to school and I don't know, tell us a little bit about your favorite parts about being a music student and what kind of opportunities that you've gotten through school and how you like to collaborate with other students, which you've already kind of touched on a little bit with Gloss, but tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, UArts is the place for collaboration. Firstly, I joined the program to do a couple things. So they don't have a music education major. It's all centered around performance, and then the minor is there to help you get your certificate to teach in Philly. And I really, really enjoy that because they put you as a creative first. So I've gotten the opportunity to collaborate with a ton of people. I haven't gone out of my major yet, which is something I really want to do this year. Maybe collaborate with like a theater student or a creative writing student. So if you're out there, hit a girl up. Uh, but yeah, it's just been really great to play with some of these amazing musicians. The last class that just graduated had some like monster players. Some of which I've like gotten to know really well. Some that have even been in my same major, like playing bass, and we've done stuff together. And everyone's just like super supportive and willing to be creative with one another. It doesn't seem like a competition ever. So
Yeah.
I love this place.
That's so awesome. I'm so happy that you found a school that's really catering towards your needs and also seeing you as a creative first. I think that's so important. And it's also so easy to get lost in that idea too when you're, on the grind all the time, trying to be the best music student you can be, and also trying to, juggle all of these other things too that you have going on. So how do you do it? How do you juggle everything with school, being a creative and a performer, and having gigs and being a student? What are some of the tips and tricks that you have to kind of balance it all out?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard sometimes. You really do get caught up in the grind. But one thing I've learned this year is that you are an individual. Like, no matter what, in a school setting, in a life setting, in a family setting, your goals are only for you. And you have to think about the reason why you went to music school in the first place. And, for a while I was so caught up in why am I not like transcribing enough bird solos, and that wasn't my original intent going into music school. It was to learn how to be creative and be so technically proficient on my instrument enough that I can like do the things I want to do and create the things I want to create. So I think ultimately, like, going into every single year, you should write down your goals. What kind of musician do you want to try to head towards this year? um, and I think I still need more work on that too, which is something that I'm really looking forward to going back into this year.
That's so exciting. And I think that's such a good point too of like making sure that you have goals that are for yourself and not necessarily for others, because everyone is on their own path and everyone takes their own time and timeline with everything when there really is no timeline in general. But it's
Yeah.
definitely important to keep that in mind of, we're all just individuals, we're all creatives and working towards something to fulfill ourselves and also share the joy of music with others, which is super awesome.
Yeah, and also you have to understand like there's so many avenues in music. A lot of people who go into jazz school to play jazz never play jazz again once they leave because they have this amazing gig with like a pop star. And that doesn't mean you shouldn't work hard at jazz and the things for your juries and all that good stuff. But know that that doesn't mean like that's what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. I find a lot of people lose enjoyment in music because they're so into this academic setting, which is why we go, and it's great, but it can be consuming at times. And, just take the step back and realize like, hey, music's fun. You can do a lot of cool stuff with it after school or even in school too, if you have those opportunities.
So true. And yeah, I mean, and right to you're a perfect example of someone who is a super, super talented jazz musician, an amazing bassist, and seeing you in Gloss, which is, I mean, parts of it are jazz inspired, for sure. Like you can definitely tell that some of y'all were like jazz, jazz,
Yeah.
if not all of you. Um, and yeah, it's just super cool to hear you as, because I know you so well as a bass player in jazz, because I played with you a bunch before, and also check out Bella's bass playing because it's awesome. But to see you like light up on stage playing not jazz with Gloss is super awesome, and you're really good at it. So it's so cool, and
I
I love
think
that
it's
about you.
so important to find what makes you light up.
Yeah, that's
That's
so
what makes it all
true.
worth it.
That is so true. So, what are some of the things that you did to help you kind of figure out what kind of music that you like to play? And, maybe to other students out there who are maybe not necessarily even in college, but what they can do as students of this music, as, people who like to play music and not necessarily want to pursue it academically. What are some tips and tricks that you can kind of highlight about, trying to find what makes you light up?
That is an awesome question. Um, I think, well, my biggest piece of advice is to go back to the music that you loved growing up. If that's still, relevant to you these days. I find like whenever I feel a little lost, I'll listen to Carole King's Tapestry and I'll remember, okay, I'm good. I love music. I do. But otherwise, I just go to the people that I see that are having tons of fun. I'm like, hey, what are you listening to? What helps you feel good in music? And I'll check out what they're checking out. Like the guitarist of my band, she's into a lot of jazz fusion. So we were when we were driving home from Boston, we were listening to a lot of Chick Corea, and I'm just like, oh, I forgot how awesome this is. Um, so just a lot of like collaboration and talking to people. They're
Yeah,
not scary. They're just people.
absolutely. That's so true. And I think too, it's like collaboration and also, like you said, asking people what they're listening to, what they're checking out, because, everyone has their own voice and everyone's voice is kind of shaped by what music they're exposed to, what music do they like to listen to, and all of that stuff. So I think that's really important. So do you have any other words of wisdom maybe for young women or girls, non-binary musicians, or really just anyone of any gender, musician that is going to pursue music in the future?
Yeah, I think the one thing that I learned this year, I mean, there are many things, but the most important thing is mindfulness. And I hear a lot of jazz musicians talking about this. And for a while, I was like, this is bogus. Like, get out of here with your hippie crap. But it really is true. I started doing yoga, I started meditating, and it just helps you center yourself. Because, like I've said a couple times before, it's like you get so caught up in the grind and you have to be doing this and that all the time. And if you just give yourself time to be with you, because you come first, music is second. So just like tend to yourself first, and the music will come out through that.
That is so true. What good advice, too. I think for anyone of any age, that's just such a great practice to have in your life. So I'm really appreciative that you were able to come on today and do this little interview with us. So we are just about out of time. So, real quick, before we start wrapping up, we're going to do some little rapid fire questions, which have nothing to do with music, but are just fun and cool and help us, get to know you a little better. So, drum roll. Let's see, what should I ask you first? Okay, if you could be any kitchen appliance, what kitchen appliance would you be?
A garlic press. I'm very Italian. I like garlic.
I love that. If you could be on any TV show, what TV show would you choose to be on?
Like reality or like any?
Any TV show.
Ooh, Rick and Morty. I
Oh,
want to go to space. I think
okay, okay. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh, that's hard. I'm just gonna say salted caramel pretzel.
Oh my gosh, okay. Instant friend. Okay, favorite type of muffin.
I really enjoy corn muffins.
Okay, and last one. Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, or Jimmy Neutron?
Jimmy Fallon because I love the roots.
Oh, that is a great answer. So that is all the time we have today, folks. Thank you so much, Bella. If people want to follow you on Instagram, they can find you on.
Instagram at Isabella.Amada. It's like Amanda without the N.
There you go, folks. So definitely go follow Bella. If you're in Philly, definitely come see her play. Or if they're touring, check them out. Follow the band on Instagram. Follow Bella. And if you want to see more of these little interviews, you can follow us at KOS Jazz on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and yeah, come get some more free advice with our awesome interviewees that we have. So thank you so much, Bella, and we hope to see you next week, everyone else, for our next interview.